What's the name of the agency you currently work at?
Columbus City Schools.
What's your education background and your license?
I am a licensed social worker, so I do have a master's degree. So I'm an MSW, but I'm also an LSW, so I'm a licensed social worker through the board. I got my associates at Columbus State, finished my bachelor's at Kent State in psychology, then I have my master's of social work from Ohio State.
Can you tell me a little bit about your job title and description?
So I am a school social worker, and school social workers are supposed to be the link between the schools, the families, and the community. Mm-hmm. So we are all trained mental health professionals, but we differ from like a school counselor in the way of we're not tied to just the school. So I will do home visits, or I might have more connections in the community as far as resources, where a counselor or a school psychologist, their realm is specifically within the school.
Okay. Can you give me a description of the age and clients and the gender that the age and clients that you serve?
So I am at Fort Hays 4 days a week. So we have students 9 through 12, and I am the social worker for all of Fort Hays. So I cover the high school side and the career center side. We do have some students here that are 19, 20, 21 that are in some specialized programs, and then I also am 1 day a week at elementary, so it is pre-K through 5.
Would you mind telling me what elementary school you serve at?
Yeah, Salem Elementary this
so
year.
That's the lowest K through 8, I'm assuming?
That is pre-K through 5.
Okay.
But I've worked at other elementaries as well. I've worked K through 12 at this point.
Okay. A description of social problems addressed, or like is there any poverty or homeless or addiction or mental health that you address or that you have to deal with?
Yes, so here it's interesting because it's a lottery school, but being a lottery school, we get students from every side of town in Columbus, as well as the Career Center has some of the suburban schools here as well. So what I see here versus one of the neighborhood high schools, we do have a significantly higher mental health concerns. Mm-hmm. So we have less physical fights here, but we have a lot more with suicidal ideation and some of those internalized behaviors like anxiety, depression, that type of thing.
Okay. The interventions provided by the agency or the agency as a whole? What does the agency provide as a whole?
Okay, so at the school level, there's academic supports available with tutoring or after school with credit recovery, with support staff, me included. We do, like the counselors and I are able to provide one-on-one counseling that is more brief and solution focused. Mm-hmm. So we don't provide that long-term intensive therapy, but we also do have 2 outside counselors that work with students here as well.
Okay. What's the funding that you guys use for Fort Hays and Career Center funding?
So we are a Title I school, mm-hmm. So there are funds from local and federal government.
Okay. Would you say you've been pretty effective with the agency, or you think you're gonna be here a little while?
I hope so. This is now my 8th year in the district, and I do think my presence is needed here, or a social worker's presence.
Enjoy being here.
I do. I enjoy being here. I love this district. I've worked in a couple other districts, but I really love this district. So I do think I'm utilized. I do think I think Fort Hays needs a full-time social worker, so maybe that'll be in the future.
I think this is the same one. Discuss social workers' evaluation and effectiveness of the agency. Okay. Did you say your job level was micro, meso, or macro, or I don't know. I think I had to answer that.
Yeah.
You think it's about like the high, medium, or low level, or?
Well, micro, it would be considered more micro because I'm working with students individually. And I can still provide like group interventions, but it is more micro level because
Individual.
because it's more like boots on the ground, individual.
Okay, you guys have a 2-year associate level, or you serve graduates or individuals with a social work license?
I do not have the supervision or the supervisor S on my title, so I can provide mentorship, but I can't provide direct supervision to other social workers. Some of my colleagues are LISWSs, so they could provide that supervision.
Okay, I think that's about it. Thank you for your time. I appreciate the time to interview you today.
Of course.
All right. So, do